Hey guys, what's up? I'm Captain Turbo and welcome to Let's Play Super Mario Bros. For the Super Nintendo. And this is actually my second recording because the first one, the video didn't record. Which is shit. Anyway, the Super Mario Bros. All-Stars version, Super Mario, obviously the original, Lost Levels, which is Super Mario Bros. 2 in Japan, Super Mario Bros. 2 outside of Japan, and Super Mario Bros. 3. Today we're just going to be tackling Super Mario Bros. though. And I forgot most of what I talked about last time, so I'm just going to try and start off again. Super Mario Bros., a game I have not played in about a year and a half. A game I did not spend much time playing growing up. Even actually the first time I completed this game was about 4 years ago, so I was about 19, 20 at the time. It says Super Mario, just not a franchise that was not a great way to start. Super Mario, just not a franchise I actually grew up on or anything like that, so you know, I'm less familiar with this than I am with a lot of games, but as I said, I have completed this, even though it's been a while. I did actually complete it as well about a year and a half ago on my old channel that's obviously no longer there. And in case anyone's wondering, I will be playing through every level. I'm not going to take any warp pipes or anything like that, so... And I know one of these has a mushroom. Yet there it is. Yeah, obviously Super Mario Bros. Is a classic upon classics. It might seem a little bit archaic, I suppose, by today's standards, but I still think there's a lot of enjoyment to be had in this game. Especially All-Stars, you get 4 games for the price of 1. As I said, I had All-Stars growing up, I just didn't play it that often. I was always more into Sega, as I've said that many times before, I believe. Yeah, as you can see here, I'm just kind of taking the piss with the level design, but if you carry on going to the right there, you'll actually come across 3 warp pipes. One will send you to World 2, one to World 3, and one to World 4, I believe. Obviously, I'm not doing that because I don't want to cheat my way through the game, even though I technically just did with going across the top, but you know, it's a bit different than skipping entire worlds. And yeah, as I said earlier, I actually got to the end of World 3 in my first part, so... And the freaking thing didn't record on Fraps. Must have not hit the button properly. Because if this doesn't work again, I'm giving this... I'm quitting this for today, because I've got other things to do. I don't really have time to start a third recording. But yeah, last time I played any Mario Bros. Game was about 3 weeks ago. I took part in the Super LP Heroes Let's Race of Mario Bros. 3. And if you've watched that, you know I didn't do too well. Anyway, we're entering our first castle here. Oh, for Christ's sake. Yeah, what else? Oh yeah, I was going to talk about the enemies and stuff as well, but we're not really in the right level to talk about that stuff. Bowser, I'm going to show you just how pathetically easy it is. There you go. End of level. And obviously we get the mushrooms, Toads, sorry, mushrooms. Couldn't remember his name for a second there. We get something that a lot of people remember about these games. Our princess is in another castle. You know, pretty famous quote from these games. And there's a first enemy you actually see in the game, a Goomba. They just go left to right. Really aren't anything of a threat. The Koopa Troopers come in a different variety. The green ones just walk backwards, towards you, unless they come into something that obstructs their pathway, like that pipe. The piranhas coming from the pipes, obviously, they'll just come up and down. I said there are some different Koopa Troopers. There's red ones as well. Those will actually walk backwards and forwards on whatever platform they're on. There's also a couple of flying ones that go up and down. You get Hammer Brothers, which are really, really annoying to avoid. The underwater stages, I think you got what you call Cheep Cheeps. I think that's what they're called, and The mother of all pains in the ass in this game, in my opinion, the bloopers, the squids that, well, you'll see in a few minutes. Oh, I nearly got all three there. Quite hard to do that. But yeah, as you can see, we're not making bad time here. Already in World 2. I know some speedrunners would do this a lot quicker, but... You know, as I said, I'm not any huge Mario fan, so... Yeah, got my next couple of LPs planned. I'm going to be playing through this today. Hopefully, the recording doesn't screw up again. Let's see, what else do I have? Oh, there's the bloopers. I hate these fucking things. Also going to be attempting a playthrough of Sonic Spinball, but that's going to be filled with nothing but save states, I know that. And then after that, I've got my next big project lined up. Obviously, I've just come off finishing Pokemon Yellow. I actually finished that about a month ago, but actually maybe a bit more than that. I've had things to do. It's been the Christmas period and everything. At the moment, it's like the 20th of January, so... Obviously, we just got over Christmas and all that, and I've had other things to do. But my next big LP, Final Fantasy for the Game Boy Advance. And obviously, I mean the original Final Fantasy, well, the Dawn of Souls remake anyway. Because I want to get started on some Final Fantasy games. After that, I'm not sure. I've got Pokemon Crystal still coming up for definite at some point in the future. Obviously, we'll be playing more Final Fantasy games in the future as well. As I said, I don't know if I've actually said this yet on this recording, because like I said, second take I'm doing of this. But I'll be playing Super Mario World at some point in the future. Oh, sorry, I got nervous there. I thought the fish was going to hit me. But yeah, in terms of Mario games, just in case I haven't said it already, Super Mario Bros. 3 is pretty much a maybe. I haven't decided on that one yet. The only other Mario game I can definitely say I'll be doing is Super Mario World. It's the only other Mario game apart from this one that I've actually completed. And that's not fair. Come on. See, that's what's supposed to happen. If they come up right beneath you, you're supposed to register that as a hit to them, not me. And yeah, as you can see, as I think I've not mentioned yet, again, I don't know what I've mentioned and what I've not. But if you get 100 coins, you get an extra life. That pretty much goes for every platformer during this year. If you get 100 of anything, rings, bananas, whatever, you get an extra life. And we're at World 2-4, or Level 2-4 I should just say. I think thankfully all the mushrooms go to the right in this game. If you watch the race I took part in for Super Mario Bros. 3, I kept screwing up because the mushrooms kept going in different directions, so that left me pretty vulnerable for a good portion of the race. Plus, like I say, it's been the first time I played that game since the late 90s, so that's why my performance was so pathetic. Bowser will get steadily a little bit more hard as the game progresses, because eventually he'll start throwing hammers and he'll jump and move a lot quicker, I believe, as well. It still shouldn't prove much of a challenge, though. If you have one power-up, you really shouldn't die too often. I'm pretty sure one of these has a mushroom, and this is making me nervous right here with these. Ah, there we go. I think this has a star, actually. Come on. Oh no, I was wrong, it doesn't. I know there's a fire flower up there, because I did that during the first recording. Yay for remembering. But yeah, in terms of the races as well, the next one I believe is supposed to be Super Metroid, at least at the time of this recording, so I've been having to practice for that. First time in my life I've played any Metroid game. I've enjoyed it, but I really don't like the linear style of it, I have to admit. I'd at least like some idea of... Oh, screw it! Fucking holes! I'd like some idea of where I'm supposed to go in that game. Oh, and this isn't good. 2 Hammer Brothers, and I have no power-ups. Oh, that wasn't too bad, actually. The Hammer Brothers are annoying. In fact, actually, I would say they're the most annoying enemy in the game. maybe bloopers, I can't really say. I find them both really annoying. And this is making me nervous because I have no power-ups whatsoever. I thought there was one there actually. There's the one-up trick you can do here, but I never really pulled it off, so I'm not going to bother trying. I have save states if I need them, so... No, when I get to the next, to the later stages, I'm probably going to end up using save states quite a lot. I know it's cheating, but you know, I'm a little bit strapped for time with recording, so... And there's a way to get an extra life here, I believe. Just kick that. Yep, there we go. The extra life. That's the coin block down there. Don't really need it. And it's... oh yeah, the star power-up as well, I forgot about that. The star will act as temporary invincibility for about 10 to 15 seconds, I believe. That was lucky there. I don't think I can get a one-up from those enemies there. And as you can see, we're pretty much flying through this game. And yeah, if you're wondering why I'm not doing the NES version of the game, the original version, to be honest, there's really not much difference between that version and this. I believe the controls are a little bit loose, well, I should say a lot more loose. The graphics obviously 8-bit, so they're a lot more arcade looking. You know, I just think this one's nicer to look at, and to be honest, if the only real big difference between the two games is the graphics, I'm going to go for the one that's got nicer graphics. Or the one that's easier for me to play because... Oh, for fuck's sake! What was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm gonna go for the one that's got the nicer graphics, which is the only reason really I'm playing this version. As I say, I think Mario handles a little bit better in this game as well, but that just could be my imagination. Mario's got a slightly slippy traction to him, so that's why I fell down that hole, obviously. The game is relatively easy, as I said, you really shouldn't have too many problems. You know, as soon as you've picked up and got through the first few levels, you should get used to the controls again, but if you've never, you know, obviously if you've played it in the past and not played it for a while like I haven't. Plus, it's a little awkward because I'm using an Xbox controller and I'm using the analog stick as well, because I actually prefer using the analog stick for platformers, believe it or not. I know, it's gaming sacrilege, but, you know, I just like the analog stick. Alright. Screw you. And we're actually not that far into the game, we're only about 13 minutes, but as soon as we get this little cutscene done here, I'm going to end the recording because we're coming up to 15 minutes or so, but hope you guys enjoyed part 1 and will join me for part 2. This game should not take us long to complete, but until next time guys, I'll see you later.